Welcome to the Mindful Garden. It's another night because I'm later doing my video than I usually like to be, but that's the way it's been working out. Let's share this out. Come on, there we go. I am very grateful for anybody who checks out my videos. I am very grateful for the opportunity that we can connect like this. This is an amazing technology and an amazing time we live in where we can share information and share in each other's lives in an amazing way. And I think we sometimes fail to grasp the gift that is right at our fingertips. So let's start out with a prayer today. We'll start with opening up people's hearts again because that seems to be a common theme, and I think the earth is kind of working through some heart work right now, and I think as a collective we need to do some serious heart chakra and heart-centered work and learning how to get people to open their hearts so that they can drop into their heart space. So let's just take a little moment to open up people's hearts. So with our words today, we hope to open hearts that we meet. Open hearts with our words, open hearts with our actions, and open hearts with just our presence. Amen. Now, I'm exploring the power of prayer. That's one of the things I'm exploring. As an atheist, exploring the power of prayer is kind of an interesting thing because I don't want to completely dismiss it as quickly as many other atheists do, because I have noticed things working for people and I'm trying to understand them. If it's just simple mental tricks or if there's more to it. And so far I'm actually noticing that there might be a little bit more to it, and there'll be more to come when I can figure out ways that I can convince people in the scientific community that there's more of a connection between us. And I think there are those in the scientific community that have explored that connection and are exploring it further to certain degrees. But anyway, today I was going to talk a little bit about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to get in details about specific conspiracy theories. I just want to talk about conspiracy theories in general and how there is a little bit of truth in them, and that's what makes them dangerous and also valuable in a way, because the information is there to wake people up. It's just some people have taken it to an extreme and it's not really true because they haven't actually found any true evidence. And that's what happens a lot of the time. It's all based on conjecture and theories and interviews with people that may have had a out-of-body experience more than an actual physical experience, which would tend to create a complex reality for us to reside in, which is where I get into everybody creating their own reality. So the conspiracy theories that are floating around are in a way of directing a narrative to get the collective mind to accept certain things, and they might be being promoted by certain people for a certain reason other than we think. And it's important to use our discernment and our judgment on things very carefully, and so that we can navigate through these waters of media and hype and so forth and come out on top with our minds intact. Because there's a lot of propaganda and it's used in our advertising. And if you educate yourself on advertising, you'll understand how much advertising relies on what was used as propaganda during the wartime. And it's just, we're perpetuating the same thing. And I think that's why a lot of conspiracy theories get a lot of traction, is because we're actually, as humans, very predictive in our behavior. So we welcome Caroline. Welcome. It's best to feel and think and absorb it. But best to not think or absorb it. Best to feel it, not think and absorb. Yes, that makes sense. It's best just to let things pass. It's best to read on a conspiracy theory and just let your heart guide you on what is true and what is not true. It's very important for you to build discernment skills early in your life, and that's something we have to educate our children on, and something that we're lacking right now is very like media skills. We definitely need to hone in and get our children educated on the power of media against them and how it's used. And the sooner we educate our children on that, we'll make it so that they can understand things better. And if we have aware children, it makes them not susceptible to marketing as much, which is horrible, of course, for the industries, but for our society and our responsibility for our society, it's important that we take our children in consideration. And when we have people who promote conspiracy theories, and it's not necessarily that they're wrong, like they might actually have a lot of true information in them, but because they aren't relying on actual accurate information that they can prove, and they're spreading a lot of conjecture, they're not helping the situation very much. I don't know. Where am I going with this? But anyway, it's very important for us to not get caught up in conspiracy theories that are true, but at the same time, there's too much unknown in them for us to take a very good action that we can, I would be reluctant to take action on any conspiracy theory that didn't have any actual physical evidence for me, because it's better to be safe than sorry. But luck does favor the prepared. Without getting into details, there are many conspiracy theories that are based on an incredibly large amount of truth. And if you look into them, you will find the truth in them and be able to discern the truth for yourself, because there are good, accurate documentaries on some of the conspiracy theories out there, and they will guide you down a path that will open you up. And if you ask me personally, I might point you to them, but I'm not going to promote them openly in a video. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit of something else. Let's move on to realities coming and coalescing together and how we can work on that. We as humans manifest our realities, so as people, if we work together and create a positive narrative in our dreams and our speaking and our actions, we build upon and push our society in a more positive direction. And now, how can we do this without making people feel bad if they are, say, clinically depressed? We can openly speak about our own struggles, and we can openly share our own struggles and teach people that are like us how to progress and get out of those things. there are medications and treatments and lots of therapies available to help with many mental illnesses and such like that. And we can help those people. And that's exactly what we need to do as shaman light workers, and that we unfortunately are concentrating on creating income instead of actually doing more light work, because our demanding society creates it so that we have to worry about income, which is quite a disturbing thing for when it comes to spiritual people, which is why the church used to exist in the way it did and be a supportive spiritual community hub. But we've lost that because we haven't created a open faith spiritual community. It's become very divisive, which is quite disturbing. But anyway, I'm wandering a bit today. We've been at about 10 minutes here, so I want to try and keep them around 15, so I got about 5 more minutes to talk to you guys. There are a lot of people dealing with negative energy attachments going on lately. And I, through my understanding of energy so far, that energy that is attacking you or trying to drain you can be utilized to transform and create more of an energy flow through you. And as I'm learning my shamanistic work and learning from people, which Spirit has guided me in an interesting way, which I'll get into, which is interesting for an atheist, which that'll be an interesting topic for a video one time. But there is a fluid energy that is going on right now that we can all tap into, that is transferring into what people call light. I don't know how to describe it because I get a general feeling of it. And the negative energy people are feeling like it's attacking them is actually trying to awaken them to something new. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're drawing, say, a psychic attack from someone, I'm interested in that and learning more about that. And that's something I am very interested in. Caroline Moe. I've had a lot of calls for help with clearing light workers. We have to transmute transmute it to light for the highest good. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. That's like this dark energy that's coming to you is coming to you for a reason, because it is also seeking light, because we're coming into a new time of light, I think, in a way, manner of speaking. And it all comes from feeling, and I don't know how to put it because I'm still exploring that, and as I explore that, I'll be able to put it out in the video and describe things better to people. But yes, like I am definitely feeling and understanding that there are a lot of light workers, and that's what Spirit is telling me my calling is to help light workers release some of that burden on themselves. And I think I'm starting to learn how to do it for my wife, who is definitely a light worker, and stuff is working for her, which has been amazing. And yes, we are definitely in a golden age. Caroline says we're in a gold. Yes, we are definitely in a golden age. It's like, and I think more people are going to come aware, and that's why I'm like praying for opening hearts, because as they open their hearts, they're going to allow themselves to the new energy to come in and pour into them, and that light can flow through them as well, instead of them being a negative sucking being, which is just what happens when you're in a negative depressed state, which I am learning as my mental illness and stuff, as I try to understand it, and from a spiritual standpoint and from a mental illness standpoint, and how to actually cure my mental illness and cure other things that are going on with me from damage and stuff like that. But that's my 15 minutes. So let's close out with a little thank you and gratitude to everybody who checked me out today. Carolyn, thank you for the comments. And I am glad to have been able to connect with people. My love goes out to everybody. My love goes out to the darkest of souls the most. They need our most love right now. We need to get them to see light. We need them to see the good within themselves so they stop within their bad patterns and change themselves into a better being. We need to get them to travel astrally, and in doing that, it will humble them because they will learn. Get them to dream again. Get people to dream again. That's what we need to do. Send love and gratitude out to everyone. I'm sending peace and blessings to everyone. May we have a wonderful night, and may the earth walk in a beautiful moon that we have going on tonight. Good night, people.